It is Mailbag Day with the Cognac Boys on this beautiful Saturday. Hey, on today's topic, we're going to talk about if the Chicago Bulls should look for Eddie Jackson's replacement during free agency, or should they just focus on his replacement in the draft? Then we're going to get into the mailbag. Y'all know we're going to talk about it, break it down right after this.
Now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Chicago Bears Central with the Cognac Boys. I'm Bobby, that's C-Dubb. If you're tuning in with us today, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell as well. C-Dubb, how you feeling, my guy?
I'm better. Let's get it, man. I'm ready to hit up people again, bro.
For sure. So one of our own who's been here for some time, Eddie Jackson, along with Cody Whitehead, those two guys were let go. But I want to focus on Eddie Jackson. C-Dubb, should the Chicago Bears focus on Eddie Jackson's replacement via free agency or via the draft? Which way you going?
Now, I really don't have a preferred group where you want to take it from. Either it's from the draft or from free agency. Just make it a good player and someone that can meld and fit in with the rest of our young up and coming secondary. Uh I like Buda Baker. I know Cameron Kitchens. He's out there. He's good. You got some other kids out there that we could draft, but let's not make a mistake because this couldn't be like a thorn. Like you can make a mistake here and you can ruin a lot. You can ruin a lot. So we got to be very careful and don't be scared to spend a little cash. I think we got $70 million. Don't be scared to spend a little cash. That's what I think.
I feel you on that. I think that's just you could absolutely. I don't think you can go wrong going either direction as long as the player makes sense. But me, I prefer to go young, bro. I prefer to find you a guy within the draft, preferably Cam Kitchens. That's my guy. I like him a lot. But obviously we know the decisions come down from Ryan Poles. But the reason I want to go through the draft is because I want to continue to build this out for years and years and years to come. You already got Kyler Gordon. You just got you somebody in Tyreek Stevenson. Jalen Johnson is still young, and you got you a Jaquan Brisker. You go and find you a young player who the Chicago Bears can help mold and develop. They already developed Kyler Gordon. You seen Terrell Smith come in and give you valuable minutes. You seen Stroman Jr. come in and give you valuable minutes. And Jaquan Brisker has been a very, very, very good player. I see all pro in his future. So that tells me that the Bears can develop defensive backs. So I say find a young guy, whoever that may be. I want Cam Kitchens, but whoever that may be, I think the Bears can find and develop that guy, and they should be good to go for years to come. And C-Dubb, I'm with you. If you got a guy in free agency that you feel like can absolutely be the guy and move things forward for years down the road, I'm not opposed to it. And I think you shouldn't be scared to spend no money. But it all depends on how much money we talking, C-Dubb. For me.
Yeah, that's fair. But we gotta. I ain't even gonna start that, but we gotta stop holding that money in our pocket. Stop being stingy with the bread. Come on.
I'm with you, but I think that the bread should be spread out more offensively this offseason for free agents and veterans.
100%.
I think if you can get you a veteran center, you can potentially look at that or get some more interior line help. I say you look at that, but you definitely need more help in the wide receiver room and tight end room, and possibly the running back room for sure.
Oh, bro, and especially that center position. I got my eyes on that Jackson Powers guy in the center position. Can we get our mitts on that young fella?
Yes, and then you get you another young guy to build with.
You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be interesting. It's getting closer and closer to these days coming over with. You know, we gritting our teeth just like the rest of y'all. We just want this shit to get over with. That's it.
For sure. Absolutely. But hey, that's enough of us and what we had to talk about. Now we got to come and listen to what you guys have to talk about. It's time to dive into the mailbag. C-Dubb. This first caller did not leave their name, so I'm just calling them the 860. Next time, please leave your name. Here's your voicemail.
Hey guys, love your show and how you allow fans to participate with feedback and mailbag questions. So thanks a lot for that. And I'll try and make this quick. It might be a little long. But what I'm curious about is the media behind the Bears situation. I'm not a believer in the NFL being rigged, and I'm a JF1 guy 100%. But is it just me that noticed before the season ended, the mainstream media was 100% Caleb Williams, quote, it's a no brainer. But as soon as the Bears hired Shane Waldron, Kerry Washington, and the rest of the staff, they seem to slightly switch gears about how good Justin is. At first, he was a bust, and now all of a sudden, he's good enough to lead a franchise, as long as it's not the Bears. It feels like they don't want the Bears to be competitive. I mean, with Caleb, we can't draft a future center, and we can't, and can't, not can't, but we either miss out on a top wide receiver or a defensive player. And even you can't even really say a top wide receiver. I mean, the number 9 pick's not going to get you Malik Neighbors or Roma Dunze. We're going to have to, take a not top 3 wide receiver, not even top 4. So that's really questionable right there, which really puts us back a bit as we'll have to groom Caleb right off the rip. But with Justin, we can get a generational wide receiver and either a defensive piece, in Jerzon Newton, Jared Verse, Dallas Turner, or the top center in the draft, Jackson Powers Ball, or Johnson, which would realistically put us in contention for the playoffs immediately, in my opinion. And I've looked at the all 22 tapes. I spent some time and I broke down the plays, kind of like Chase Daniel does. I love his breakdowns. He does a great job. And most of the time, Justin doesn't make the throws, that everybody talks about. He doesn't make the throws. In my opinion, breaking down the plays as best as I can, the reason he's not making those throws is either because the routes called don't get the wide receivers open, or they don't get them open in time, or he's got a defender in space. I don't understand why nobody highlights any of that. I mean, just look at the all 22. I've seen a number of plays where they pull, I think, 7 in the box to defend and only 2 wide receivers, and it's a pure out pass play. It's like, how are you going to get wide receivers open when both of them can be double teamed the entire time? It makes no sense to me. And on top of that, they also talk about resetting the pace.
All right, my guys, only a 3-minute time limit whenever you call in and leave a voicemail. But nonetheless, thank you for calling in the first place. C-Dubb, take it away.
Hey, shout out to you, my guy. With the national media, they're in the business of drama. They're in the business of entertainment, of a splash entertainment. So they gonna go to the story that's gonna cause the most commotion. So at first is Justin Fields is out of here. He has no chance. He's bust. Blah, 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 blah. What you said, excuse me, but when they start hiring the new offensive coaching staff, you see it changed a little bit because they try to predict the path, and and they so absolute in what they think. They think that everybody should think that the way they're thinking. If you get my drift, that's why I'm glad that you think for yourself. You looked at the all 22 for yourself. I'm never going to go by what anybody tells me. I'm going to only do my research as possible. Justin Fields needs to be the quarterback for the Chicago Bears next season for the Bears could continue their upward trajectory and go into the playoffs, I believe. Now, if you can go and pick Caleb, y'all want to go ahead and downplay the expectations, I will not. Bears need to be in the playoffs, and you can continue on that trajectory if you keep Justin Fields. Y'all got to excuse me. I'm a little out of the weather. Go ahead, nephew.
Um, well, thanks for calling in. I wish you would have left your name so we can thank you appropriately. But in the meantime, hopefully you're watching. But that narrative is always gonna spin, man. At first, no, you got to get rid of Justin Fields and you got to do this, and now it's you could probably get a second or even a first round pick for Justin Fields, and now
Hmm.
it's Caleb Williams might not even be the best prospect in the
Yeah.
draft, is what I've just heard
Yeah.
yesterday,
That's
Thursday. I
crazy.
mean, Friday. Just heard that Friday. And a lot of stuff can, you know what I'm saying? Just got to let the narrative play out. And just like C-Dubb said, draw your own conclusions. Now, when we talk about a future center, I think that you don't have to take a center in the first round. I believe there will be some available in free agency. Hopefully, we'll see. But there definitely will be some in the later rounds for that. And then the last point is C-Dubb. Didn't Patrick Mahomes get into it with Rashee Rice on the sideline of the Super Bowl because Patrick Mahomes didn't throw the ball to him while Rashee Rice was absolutely open?
Yeah.
Yes, they did. No one's going to
Yeah.
bring that up because they're going to look at what actually happened during the play. The damn snap was too low. They never gave that type of love or leeway to Justin Fields. How many
Because
times
he
have we seen the snaps been thrown badly or the ball be snapped badly to Justin Fields? All
no no
season long.
no shit.
The Bears
5, 7
rotated
times.
three guys in. Every game, it was a bad snap.
Yes.
No consistency from the center position. So, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people like to pick and choose, but that's why over here we like to look at things within its context to provide that context. But hey, that's enough. Appreciate you for calling in. We gonna move on. The next one is from Dom out of Houston, Texas. H Town, stand up.
H-Town.
Here it is.
Bobby, hey, C-Dubb. Hey, this is Don from Houston, Texas again. I want to redo this one over again. What I'm saying again is that the Bears is throwing smoke screens, man. They're not going to get rid of Justin Fields. It's just for the build up more picks or whatever, get somebody to come up and spend that money. Like I said, if the Bears get rid of Justin Fields and they draft one of these rookie quarterbacks, it's going to take this guy 3 years to learn all these different defenses that these people are going to shoot at him because he don't know NFL defense. So at that point, now all your draft picks that you brought in, not everybody's coming up with a new contract. You waste fucking time doing that. And I just don't think the Bears are going to do nothing like that. I think they're just going to stick to Justin Fields. They're going to probably draft Marvin Harrison, and they're going to start winning games like they're supposed to and put all these hitters to rest. But if I'm wrong, $300 to the super chat. Anybody can call me out on it. Bear down, Chicago up. Got you. So I said that wrong.
Shout out to Dom. Thanks for calling in. You definitely said it wrong, but it's okay, my brother. It's Shot Town up and Bear down. But C-Dubb, if we remember, once the season ended, we heard a lot about Caleb Williams. And then the last week, we just seen Kevin Warren come out and say a lot of things about Fields. And I can imagine it's going to be a lot about Caleb Williams right again. So Dom is 100% right, in my opinion. They're going to continue to throw smoke screens just to put fillers out there. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody called Adam Schefter and be like, hey, release that. We interested in Drake May now. So I would imagine, because you got a little less than 2 weeks before the combine start, I would imagine once the combine start, it's going to be some news that come out. The Bears are having conversation with Drake May, and they really, really like the kid. The Bears are looking at Jaden Daniels at the possibility of drafting 2 quarterbacks or a quarterback and just have them sit behind Justin Fields. So I'm with Dom. The Bears are going to do a lot of smoke screens, but at the end of the day, the only thing I'm going to disagree with you with, well, I'm not really going to disagree with you, Dom, but it is going to be something that is going to be talked about. I don't think we absolutely know what's going to happen. We have our beliefs, but temper your expectations because anything can happen. We just don't know what's going to happen. C-Dubb?
Yeah, I agree with you. It is a play, and they wouldn't be doing their jobs if they wasn't doing like that. Because they got some plays they can make in this upcoming free agency and the draft. So they holding they cards close to their chest, and it's a good move from Ryan Poles. So I agree with you. Hey man, we gonna hear all type of stuff. You gonna hear like, man, we love JJ McCarthy. Oh my God, ain't nobody. Here comes JJ McCarthy. Oh my God, people gonna start tweaking out.
Yeah,
Ain't
it's
no
gonna be
way.
JJ McCarthy is now a sleeper to be taken early.
And let me tell y'all, this one I'm gonna go 100%. Bears ain't drafting JJ McCarthy. Y'all,
Facts. But hey, thanks for calling in, Dom. Keep calling in, man. C-Dubb, this next one is from Hayden.
Hey, I was just calling to give my theory on Luke Getzey. So what I think happened is last season we were knowing that we were probably going to be in a good chance to land one of these top QBs in the draft. So I feel like Poles or Eberflus, one of the two, probably Poles, went to the offense coordinator, which was Getzey, and said, hey, you're going to build an offense around Justin to see if he's a passer, see if we can make him a passer. And whenever that wasn't working, we've seen midway through the season, after his injury, he switched it to, more rollout. He wasn't sitting in the pocket. It was less passing. And I feel like that's whenever we made our determination on moving off from Justin Fields, was whenever he wasn't able to adapt to that pass-heavy offense. And it's just a lot to ask out of an offensive coordinator to just switch his offense totally up like that midway through the season. But it was just something that needed to happen to fire him, because none of the players would have understood moving off of Fields and keeping him. But I think the Raiders seen that. And I think it's a good chance maybe Fields does go there, because you've seen at the end of the season, Getzey was able to work with him on some of the things he's good at. But bear down. Thanks for listening. Peace out.
All right. Shout out to you, Hayden. Thanks for calling in. C-Dubb, what you got to say?
Hayden, you have a great imagination. Nobody has said that Justin Fields is done in Chicago. Absolutely no one. And you're talking like it is actual fact. It is not a fact. That's all I got.
Hayden, me personally, I think that there could be a lot of things that we could draw and say about Luke Getzey, but there's a reason why over here on Chicago Bear Central, several members of the squad have nicknamed Luke Getzey Lukey Dookie, because he is trash. And I believe that will be on display in Las Vegas with the Raiders. And I think my only theory, which I don't even think it's a theory, for me, it's a fact. For me, Luke Getzey is a double agent.
Yes.
Everything that we coached and everything we seen well with Luke Getzey completely always went out the window when Luke Getzey went against Green Bay. Everything. You seen the week prior, I believe we played Atlanta. We whooped their behinds with just about everything necessary and needed to whoop their behinds. Then we go against Green Bay. We shot away from everything
that
we did the previous weeks against Detroit and Atlanta. So it's simple. It's a fact. Luke Getzey is a double agent. No more Green Bay coaches or players should be allowed to cross Illinois state lines and drive to Hallis Hall, not even drive to Portillo's. Jump over Illinois and go find somewhere else to kick it. That's all I gotta say.
If you from Green Bay and you see Waukegan coming up, turn your ass around and go the other way.
You see Rockford coming through, because I believe that's gonna be one of the first ones. Get up out of Dodge. Don't even look for a detour to go through Iowa or Indiana. But hey, thanks for calling in anyway, Hayden. Appreciate you. C-Dubb, this next one is from Marifa Asar.
Marifa.
Bobby. C-Dubb. Hey, what's happening, fellas? Some cognac boys. Hey, man, this your man, Marifa Asar. Black yet again, man, calling in. I'm just talking, man. Hopefully I'm not too late for the Saturday show. I'm calling in, man, to talk about the most important position on the team, and that's the offensive line. The offensive line. I'm sick and tired of talking about the quarterback. I ain't talking about no quarterback. I don't give a damn if it's Justin or if it's Caleb. I don't care. I'm talking about the offensive line. Ryan Poles got a chance, man. He got a chance to upgrade this offensive line this year, and he's got to do it. He got to do it, man. We can replace Braxton Jones with a premier left tackle in the first round, man. Joe O is right there. Olufa Shanu is right there. Now, if they don't want to do that, if they don't want to get them, and it's Poles like Braxton, and he can always go down to the fourth round and pick up my man, Christian Jones. Christian Jones out of University of Texas. Christian Jones is solid, okay? Or Javion, what's that boy name? Let me see. Hold on. Javion, God damn it, I can't get his name right. Anyway, he can get a left tackle in the fourth round, and he needs to get a center. We got to get us a veteran center to come in and play. I like that boy Evan Brown coming out of Seattle. We need to pick him up as an offensive center to be able to call the plays in Shane Waldron's offense. Okay? So get Evan Brown, and then you can draft you a center later on. I like that boy out of Arkansas, Bo Limmer. Bo Limmer looks solid. Or Andrew Rain, that boy out of Oklahoma. Center Oklahoma, he looking solid. And we need us a left guard and a swing guard. You looking at Isaiah Adams out of Illinois or Dominic Pune out of Kansas. You can do that in the fourth round. Now, Poles, he got to fix the offensive line, or else the quarterback ain't going to be nothing but trash yet again. So if you fix the offensive line, the team will get better, and the team will start winning. I just gave you some names. Go ahead and check it out. But listen here, I got to get up out of here. I got places to go. I got people to see. And you know what I'm going to do before I leave? It's Chicago up and bet down, baby.
Shout out to Marifa, always getting us hyped. And shout out to you for throwing some names out there. I ain't gonna lie. One thing we don't do over here is tell stories and make up stuff and act like we know. So I'm gonna say, look, right now, I've been diving into other positions, but you are absolutely right. The old line should be on Ryan Poe's radar encircled. Screwed it. Like, I understand the quarterback is a major thing that you still got to figure out, whether you sticking with Justin or you going another route. But I'm with you, Marifa. The offensive line needs to be stout, regardless if you want to continue to see Justin Fields develop and move in the right direction, or if you have plans on moving on a young guy to come in and develop. You need that stability. That's what has helped guys like CJ Stroud be able to take off, even guys in an ugly ass cheesehead uniform like Jordan Love be able to take off. The offensive line was stout and built. So I'm with you, Marifa. Ryan Poles, you got to get this old line in order. I think that, in last point, I said it earlier. I don't know if the Ryan Poles want to move off Braxton Jones. And me personally, I wouldn't be too mad at him because this is his guy. And though he still can move forward and develop a little bit more, he still has been solid for most of his tenure with the Chicago Bears. C-Dubb, go ahead.
Yeah, when I look at what's needed for the Chicago Bears coming up this year, I think the offensive line has to top the charts. And you said it correctly when you looked at Jordan Love. It wasn't that he was millions times better than Justin Fields. He had a great offensive line, and the same thing with CJ Stroud, like my nephew said. But when I look at the starting five, Braxton Jones, I'm a little questionable. We gotta make sure we solid over there. We gotta make sure we solid. And then the center position is an absolutely must-have. And then you get your depth pieces in the later round. But I think the centerpiece is the most important piece we have to take care of, nephew. If you agree with that.
Facts. I definitely agree. Thank you, Marifa, for always calling in with that energy. We love it.
Bro, Marifa.
C-Dubb, this next one is going to come from Fred.
Hey, yo, hey, Cognac boys. Steve O'Kevin, what it do, man? It's be your boy Fred. Hey, man, I try not to use a bunch of profanity, though. I ain't gonna lie, to be honest, you know what I'm saying? I do like to cuss sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I try not to. But that the main media just be getting my boil boiling though. But yeah, but this my thing though. I looked at Caleb highlights, right? I don't see nothing spectacular about him. And this is what the main media keep doing. They keep going off of his Heisman year. Why y'all keep going off this Heisman year? Why y'all not going off this past season he just had? And then for two, I'm keep trying to figure out why are y'all comparing a all-pro quarterback to a college quarterback? It makes no sense. And then for three, I know for sure Brian Poles is going to get hella picks. This man said it, you know what I'm saying, since he had the job at the Bears, that he's going to build through the draft. So why are we sitting up here, you know what I'm saying, as Bears fans, why be divided like this over a quarterback that really not even that good? Merrill Hodges came out and he was right. When Ryan Leaf came out, Merrill Hodges was right about Ryan Leaf, right? And I believe he's going to, you know what I'm saying, be right about Caleb Williams. Because all this generational talent bullshit, I want to know where they, you know what I'm saying, got this generational thing from. Because the last time I checked, I look at it like, hey, if a player come out, if he's good to help the team. That's why I look at it. All this generational talent thing. They need to stop it with that. It's overrated and it's overblown. You know what I'm saying? Because they sit up here and got this idea of who's a generational talent, who's not a generational talent. I was watching Get Up, and then I see they was doing a segment. Of course, the idiot Mike Tannenbaum, I hate this dude, man. I see why he's not a GM no more. Because he always saying dumb stuff and making dumb decisions. This man sat here and said he would trade Fields to the Steelers for a second-round pick. And so Bart Scott, the other idiot that played for him as well. I said, I'm looking like, look at these two idiot ex-Jets. I see why y'all didn't do nothing with the Jets. Because of dumb things and dumb decisions that y'all make, especially Mike Tannenbaum. So all this talk about, you know what I'm saying, that we're going to get rid of Fields and all this shit. And then, you know, what GM, if his team won more games than what they did the first year, what GM's going to sit here and set itself back the next 3 years? And then everybody going to say, oh, y'all need another quarterback. Make it make sense, man. So I'm just waiting to see the off season, you know what I'm saying, coming up and see what we're going to do. And I'm happy that we got rid of Eddie Jackson and Cody Whitehair because they definitely wasn't doing nothing. Eddie ain't been the same since we gave him that money. So, Cognac boys, man, let me know what you think, man. Chicago up, bet down or nothing.
You heard him. Bet down or nothing. C-Dubb, take it away.
You know, you made a tremendous point that I didn't even ever think about, bro. Is all this compliments to Caleb Williams' game coming from that Oklahoma Caleb Williams or or the season before this past season Caleb Williams? Because I asked the question, did Caleb Williams regress this season?
Oh,
but I would say he did. He did. So and how about this, teammates? He didn't play in the bowl game neither with his teammates. You seen the way they were after the game. Oh, we could finally play football. Oh, well, I'm just saying.
It definitely says a lot. I ain't gonna lie. But I think shout out to you, Fred, calling in. Hey, sometime, Fred, I can't even lie to you. Adding a cuss word to what you gotta say, make it a little more, you know. Put it off like if we say C-Dubb be like, hey Bobby, how was that part? I'm like, it was lit. But he gonna be like, all right. But if he be like, hey Bobby, how was that part? I said, man, that shit was fucking lit.
Oh, bro. I'm like,
you feel me?
What's going
on? But I feel you. It's definitely I just be cussing for no reason sometimes. But Fred, I think that you might be right on the money. I think that these quarterbacks are closer than what a lot of people want to think. I think they are a lot closer, and I think the situations that they go into matters a lot. And I also believe that when you talk about these prospects and you try to put, he's the next Patrick Mahomes. You know how many times we heard somebody was the next Tom Brady? It's only one Tom Brady. It's only one Patrick Mahomes, bro. If any of these quarterbacks want to succeed, they have to be their own guy. There's not another Tom Brady coming through that door. There's not another Patrick Mahomes coming through that door. These guys, and they have to map out their own road in their own way. And I hate when people keep saying this is the next whatever, the next big thing. There is only one Cam Newton, bro. There was only one Michael Vick, bro. Some people have similarities. Yes, Lamar Jackson, Justin Fields, similarities. But let's keep it a buck. There's only one Cam Newton. There's only one Tom Brady. There is only one Patrick Mahomes. These guys got to figure it out themselves. And I hate that the media always talking about the next big thing. Just like in the NBA, there's only one Michael Jordan, only one LeBron James, no matter how you want to compare them. That's just what it is. The generational shit is crazy.
Hey, we need to get rid of this. It's a copycat league shit. Cause you're not, just like you said, it's only one of those people, Patrick Mahomes. Stop it. These old heads. Hey man, we finna get us the next Patrick Mahomes. Shut the hell up. You're not. You're not. You can't do it. It's impossible.
You're not.
So
You're
you all
not.
right, nephew.
It's gonna be it's gonna be some time before the next great quarterback come through here and go to 6 or 5 straight AFC or NFC championships, bro. It's gonna be some time.
And he's not going to be a Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes. He's going to be that person.
Exactly, his own damn person. But hey, we got the last mailbag. I can't even say it. Here, we just go get into it. Here's Donovan.
What's going on, Hayes? What's going on, team? It's your boy Donovan, man. Hey, I just heard the most recent mailbag. Hey, God bless you, man. But look, my voicemail today is about Justin Fields, man. And I've just been looking and I've been understanding what the fuck Justin Fields really is. I ain't gonna say Justin Fields is the Bears because that is just not true. What I am gonna say is he is a big part of the Bears. And if you take him out, it's going to be a shot to the fan base, to the locker room. I just feel like we shouldn't. And I'm just like going into depth on what he did for us. Like last year, we were ass. Like we were ass when it comes to the record. The only reason we were any type of respectable to any other team playing against us was Justin Fields. It wasn't the coaching. It wasn't the defense. It wasn't the O-line. It wasn't the receivers. It was Justin Fields. He was literally keeping us in games, which is why he had 1,000 yards on the fucking season. He was the reason that we were selling tickets. Like he's literally money, and you can tell like when he's about to hike the ball or whatever. Like what is he gonna do this time? I bet you everybody in there thinking like on their fucking. He keeps you on the edge of your fucking seat. That's just the type of athlete, type of creator he is on the football field. And then when you compare him to the top 3 quarterbacks to me, off of talent and success is Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, and Lamar Jackson. Lamar because of them 2 MVPs, Joe Burrow because he beat Patrick Mahomes to get to the Super Bowl. And you know why Patrick Mahomes. And I feel like Justin Fields got a little bit of all of them in him, plus some more. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, he's his own player, but if you're looking for certain shit that they have, that you're looking for him to have, I feel like he has that shit. Like, Joe Burrow's the most savvy cerebrally when it comes to he can pick apart the defense. I feel like Justin Fields got that, and Lamar athletically. There's a tier 1 when it comes to running quarterbacks, and there's Justin Fields and Lamar Jackson. Then there's the rest. As far as the savviness, athleticism, and the arm flexibility, I feel like Patrick Mahomes got that, but Justin Fields got a little bit of that in him as well. Like he could do all of that shit, bro. And like just control the game. We seen it when we went against Detroit at their house. Justin Fields straight controlled that game. He won the game for us when they came to our house because they ain't have shit to do with Luke Getzey. And so I'm just like, Justin Fields is a big part of what the fucking Bears are today. And shout out Ryan Post, he is an even bigger part. But put some respect on his fucking name. And everybody who say he's a bad quarterback just don't know fucking football. And that's just that on that. Like, I could even make an argument that Justin Fields is better than Trevor Lawrence. And I'm going to stand on it.
Ooh, y'all heard him. He going to stand on it.
Say that shit with
C-Dubb.
your chest.
Take it away.
Shout out to my mans right here because he's speaking the gospel right now. You know what I'm saying? He actually making sense. This is one of the best takes I heard in a long time. Justin Fields is not Patrick Mahomes. He's not Joe Burrow. He's not Lamar Jackson, but he has qualities from all 3 of those guys. And when it comes to athletic ability, he's more athletic than Lamar Jackson. I think he is. When it comes to making those crazy throws like Patrick Mahomes, he could do it a little bit. I ain't even gonna go over the fucking. You ain't gonna go too crazy with that. And Joe Burrow would read the defense, maybe a little bit, but he coming up. He make his own roles, and I do think he dominated a lot of games. despite his offensive coordinator last season. So I think Justin Fields is a very, very good quarterback, and all the people that say that he's not a good quarterback, he's a trash player, is really not a football fan. They don't watch football. They gotta be, I hate saying this word, but they gotta be like casual and just thirst buckets of the new toys that they see coming from college. That's all it is.
My man said thirst buckets. But I'm going to say, C-Dubb, if y'all watched Kevin Warren's interview, one of the things that I took away from it that lets me know that these guys are looking at things differently from most of the Chicago Bears fans is when he said this, and I'm paraphrasing. He pretty much said a lot of the times we like to pull plugs on things too early
Mm,
instead of being patient and letting themselves play out. We
mm,
like to pull the plug within 2 years when actually as business people you should be looking at year 3.
mm,
This is only year 2 with Justin Fields in this regime. There is a chance, and I'm
mhm.
gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna
Oh
leave it
God.
at that. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that because they don't throw the same shots that Justin Fields get. They don't throw that at Justin Herbert for his debacle in the playoffs. They
No.
don't. They don't throw that hate to Trevor Lawrence and how he started off the season well and then end up not even making the playoffs.
Mm.
And it was
He,
because of him.
mm,
Just because he playing Jacksonville, they had him a lot. Let's keep it
ducking
a
his
buck. They
ducking his
had him
shit.
a lot. But
Ducking
I'm gonna
his
leave it
shit.
at that. You got anything left?
Yeah, that boy ducking his shit. That's what he doing. Trevor Lawrence, he ducking his shit for real. But we
Telling
see you. We see what's going on over there. We watch football. So you can't hide, mother. Bro.
for sure. But that's it from us today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Chicago Bears Central. If you want to be a part of a mailbag episode like this one here today, call in 773-242-9336 and give us your take. Let us know what you got on your mind. And then if you want to follow us, make sure you follow us on all social media platforms at Shy Bear Central. Y'all already know we done for the day. Shot Town up and bear down, baby. See y'all on the next one.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.